mean, what we wanted to do with Montauk is, I remember someone told me that a lot of people like don't feel comfortable when they go to bars, and they're kind of, when they sit there, the bartender doesn't purposely make them feel excluded or bad or that they don't belong, but the bartender kind of does it by accident in a way. Like, they don't make just conversation. Like, I think a bartender should always have, know about some sports, some politics, some, clothing, or I don't know, like where streets are being paved or sidewalks or something in the city. Like, just have it where like you can just talk to them like friends, and like when you walk in and you sit at a bar, like that bartender should already like be your friend, whether it's the first time you met them or the bartender already has your number in their phone or something like that. Like, that was a big thing with the concept, regardless of the drinks necessarily. I mean, a lot of people can make drinks. I mean, if you can't make a drink, you probably shouldn't be in a bar anyways, working in a bar or in a bar or something like that. But I think the hardest thing to do is just make people feel comfortable and make people feel like they belong as much as the person behind the bar belongs. I think that was like a really big focal point, whether we went into it with that like direction, like this is what we're doing. It definitely evolved to that really organically, I think. And we were focusing on it, but it was definitely something that we harbored on a lot. And then obviously the drinks, like we're more of like a bar that makes cocktails, not a cocktail bar. At least that's what I want it to be. Because I mean, anywhere can make a paper plane. I mean, we make a good paper plane. but anywhere should be make a paper plane, but it'll be the best paper plane people have because we make them want it to be the best paper plane that they've had. So they all taste the same, but ours will be the best because we make them feel like it's the best, not taste it that it's the best. I feel like if you go on like a niche or niche kind of thing, like you want to be a tiki bar, you want to be a snack bar, you want to be a pool hall, like if people don't like that, then it's like really hard to change. So with us, we just wanted to make like a bar, or wanted to have like a bar, like a local, but not have it like focused in one direction. Like sometimes our menu will be more tiki, sometimes it'll be like, like warm drinks, sometimes we could have all whiskey drinks. It doesn't mean we're a whiskey bar. Sometimes we can have all rum drinks. It doesn't mean we're, again, a tiki bar or tequila or whatever. So we just made like a local where, again, it focuses back on like people being comfortable and coming in and just like sitting down, and people come in here alone because they know that they'll either meet friends that they've never seen before, or they'll meet friends that they saw last time they came in alone. So I think that's like, the direction how we're kind of staying relevant without being relevant. We don't like release a menu every, like some guys or bars do it like, seasonally. So you have like your spring, your summer, your fall, your winter. Obviously you can't do like mulled wine in the summer because people would just sweat to death with that, or you can't do slushy drinks in the winter. But like outside of those like parameters, we have just boards on our menus that you can just take on and off, so we don't have to like focus and make our 6 to 8 drinks and then that's it. So it's just like pretty free flowing. The guys here like play around, and if someone asks them to just like create something that isn't on the menu and it's really awesome, then we'll be like, okay, cool, like that one's on the menu now. And or if Josh is working on something and he's just got something, he'll give it to a few people, like especially our regulars and stuff, to get them to try. And if they like it, we know which regulars drink whiskeys or tequilas or beer or whatever. So mostly when we're changing things on the menu, it's more just like really organized chaos of things. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's really easy where you make it once and you're like, oh wow, like that just like works and it's the best selling drink ever on the menu. And then sometimes there'll be one where Josh or myself will be working on it for like a month, and it's like you put it on the menu and it just doesn't sell, and you're like, wow, like how did that happen? So it's like a trial and error, but it's mostly just like organized chaos, I think, is the best way, kind of for the way that we do it, and it seems to work really well. Yeah, just organic, basically. Cocktail like revival. I mean, Mad Men, everyone wanted the Manhattan and the old fashioned, or things like that, and it was super like boozy, stirred up drinks, or things like that, and then it's flowed on, and now it's you got some of the things like tiki bars coming in and making it like open and exploding and like fun and stuff like that. So it's been cool the way that it's done, and we've kind of just like made it again, like I kind of said before, like we're a bar that makes cocktails, not a cocktail bar. So I don't think we've changed necessarily along with it. I feel like we've kind of always just made cocktails, and sometimes we're more serious with how we're taking it, sometimes we're less serious, and I don't think that's going to change. I don't think we've changed, you know, more on either side of it. We just more have fun with it, and I think that's what we're going to keep doing. Whether cocktails completely go away, like, I mean, that's fine. I think we'll still make cocktails because cocktails are still going to be there. Ideal experience is like, again, you can order a beer and that's like totally fine. Like, I mean, it's easier for us to do it. But like, we love making cocktails, and I just want people to just feel totally comfortable with getting a vodka soda, getting a gin and tonic, getting a paper plane, getting a Vieux Carré, getting a daiquiri, getting a lager, getting a water, I don't care. Just like having fun and feeling like you just, like we want you here even too. Like a lot of bars you go in and people, you kind of feel like as a customer, it's like, man, like am I like getting in the way of like the other things you have to do? And it's like, what else do you have to do? We only have one job, just to like make you feel comfortable and like, I don't know, chat with you. And even if it's like rammed and we're at capacity, like if you don't have time to like spend a minute with someone, like you've got other problems. Like your bar's not running properly. Like, you know, like you should have enough glasses that you don't need to go like polish that glass right now. Like, you know, if you want to like talk with the customer for a minute and just make them like, I don't know, ask them where they're going when they leave. Like, I don't know, stuff like that. Just make them feel comfortable. Like, and that's really, I think, the most important. I think that's coming back. I think it was lost for a long time. I think people were just like, mixology, 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 which is cool, you know, and there's bars that are doing so much better than us, and that's fine. But, you know, sometimes it's not very comfortable being in there because like they don't talk to you and they don't do this. And I think the idea of like smashing those things together, like hospitality was lost. I think hospitality is coming back, and I think that's what we've always focused on here. I want people to just feel like we were hospitable and they just want to come back, whether it's to just get a vodka soda again, or whether it's like, oh man, like they're putting new drinks up, or I saw on Instagram they put a new drink, I want to go try it. Just that experience of just like feeling comfortable and like feeling like we wanted you here, and we were like, you know, super excited to have you here, and you enjoyed your time. That's like, if people walk away with that, then I feel like we've done our job. Come check us out, and I mean, hopefully you'll see kind of what hospitality is supposed to be. I mean, again, people have experienced it at a lot of places, but hopefully you can, you know, see a little bit of the difference here, what 5 years, you know, the ups and the downs of the cocktail resurgence has been, and like what a cocktail bar is supposed to give you. 765 Dundas Street West, every day of the week till 2, so don't worry about that. You can come down, we will always be here. We'll always just be here. You might see us cleaning, but if you want to come, we're going to be here.